Welcome to another Cardano update. So there has been some price action on the Cardano chart and I want to talk about it. So after getting this low in the second wave move down right here, we went up in a 1-2 setup and now we're in a third wave. Well, what happened over here yesterday was a third wave in my opinion, because we almost got the 200% extension. As you can see, we almost touched it, which is good. And that means that we will need to go in a fourth wave right now, which is why I have this support zone right here. And then after this, we should get a fifth wave. Now, once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that this second wave move down is it, and that we are heading in a third wave, which should put us at about 40.9 cents. Now, the wave that I'm tracking right here, this 1, 2, 3, 4 setup, will only be the first wave of that main third wave move to the upside. Well, not the main third wave, just a small third wave move. And we still need to get an ABC structure after we get these 5 waves. So if we do get to like 38 cents or so, and then we get a correction, that will be the second wave move down of the third wave right here. And then after that, you can expect a third wave of the third wave, and then a fourth wave, and then a fifth wave, which should complete the third wave. Now, of course, this could only be an ABC structure, so maybe we will only go up in 3 waves, but, that's also fine, as long as we get to the 200% extension right there, which, again, is at 40.9 cents. Then after that, we need a fourth wave move down, and then a fifth wave move up, and once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the B wave low is actually in, and that we are not getting another one, so yeah, we still need 5 waves. We only have 2 of these waves, so, we should go up. And also, if we do go up in these 5 waves, we will also need to go above the bull market support band. As you can see, we got rejected by the bull market support band many times. So if we want to prove that something more bullish is going on, we need to get above it and we need to stay above it. Even in the second wave move down, that will happen after these 5 waves. Now, we are still in an uptrend. As you can see, we are respecting the trend line. We actually respected it 4 times already. So we respected it here in the second wave move down, which on it, of course. Then here in the other second wave move down, here, and now here. So, maybe this is a sign that the low is already in, but then again, we don't have 5 waves up. So this does not really confirm anything. Now, let me get back to this for a second. If we do drop below 35.3 cents, I think there's going to be a big chance that we get another low in the second wave move down right here. And if we do drop to, let's say, this low right here, and we drop below the trend line, we will get another low. And like I said, we would also drop below the trend line, which would not be good. So what you need to hope for right now is that first we hold support, but if we don't, you have to hope that we actually bounce off the trend line and then we continue, because if we don't, we will invalidate U1-2 setup, and that will not be the best thing right now. However, if we are going in a C wave of this AB structure, then we should go to at least the 200% extension of this AB structure, and that is at 52.7 cents. And what I'm tracking right here are the 5 waves of the first wave of this C wave to the upside. And once we get the C wave, which by the way, I cannot confirm that we will even get, because like I said, we don't have that many waves up and we're still going sideways. But once we get to these levels, that will complete a third wave move to the upside of this 1-2 setup that we started in August. And then after that, of course, we need a fourth wave move down and then a fifth wave move up. And once we get these 5 waves, I will finally be able to confirm that the second wave move down right here is actually in, and that they're heading in a main third wave move to the upside. And yeah, like I said many times, we still need to get above the bull market support band. We need to get out of this zone as well, so we kind of need to get above at least this high right here in the fifth wave to confirm that something bullish is going on. And, we also need to start the main third wave move to the upside. And in my opinion, we should start it next month. And if we do not start it in November, then we should start it by the end of December. If we do not, then we will most likely invalidate U1-2 setup. There's no question about it. And someone in the comments told me that there's no point in talking about the bearish scenario. And my question to you is why? I mean, you always have to look at both sides. So, don't always be bullish, especially in a scenario like this. where Cardano is literally like 13 cents away from invalidating the 1-2 setup. Of course, you can be bullish, you can believe in the technology and whatever, but at the end of the day, if we do drop below this low right here, that would be a new bear market though, in the middle of a bull market, which is not good. So let's hope that does not happen. Now I want to talk about Bitcoin for a second. As you can see, Bitcoin is currently going up. Well, actually it's getting a correction right now. And in my opinion, it will continue going up very, very soon, and we will get to about 80k, perhaps this month or maybe in November. And that will complete the third wave and the C wave of the third wave of this 1-2 setup right here. And just like the Cardano chart, we also started this 1-2 setup in August. We started it in the exact same day. So what Cardano does right now really depends on what Bitcoin wants to do. So as you can see, the RSI cooled off quite a lot. It's no longer overbought on the daily, which means that we could start getting to new all-time highs very, very soon. And yeah, here is the support zone. If we drop below 61k, then there's going to be a very big chance that the whole structure gets invalidated and maybe we touch the trend line again and then we bounce. I don't know, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it's also getting a correction, at least on the daily chart. Let's see the weekly. Yeah, so the weekly, it looks like this right now. I don't know if the top is in, I cannot really tell right now because, you know, it's still at 58%, so until we drop to like 54% or so, yeah, I'm not going to be able to confirm anything. But I still think it's going to go to like 60%. I don't think it has stopped, to be honest with you. If you look at the 4-hour chart, we are almost oversold. And usually when we do go to the oversold territory on the Bitcoin downwards chart, at least on the 4-hour chart, for example, like we did over here and over here and over here, all of these times after we got to the oversold territory, we put in another new high. So yeah, I think we'll do the exact same thing next. And like I said, we could top in October and we could get an outward season in November. Now, the problem with that is the fact that Bitcoin dominance always goes down in November. So I've already talked about this in my previous video, but I want to mention it again. In the last 8 years, Bitcoin dominance always went down in November. So at this point, I mean, I think it's very, very likely that we do the exact same thing this month as well. Well, next month. And we'll see what happens after that. Now, if we drop like 10% in November, I think that's going to confirm that the Bitcoin dominance top is in. However, if we only drop like, let's say 5% or so, there's always going to be the possibility that we bounce just after that and we top in December like we did in this previous cycle right here. So yeah, hard to say what will happen right now. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. And, you know, Cardano is still looking good, at least on the monthly chart. It's still following what it did in the previous cycle. I mean, as you can see in the previous cycle, it did not do anything in October and it actually bounced in November. So maybe we'll see a bounce in November very, very soon. We'll have to wait to see. And just to remind you what my predictions are, I predict that Cardano will get to about $5 in this cycle if we hold this 1-2 setup. And this third wave that we are about to get, or we need to get, will, in my opinion, start when the altcoin season starts. So if we do not get an altcoin season in November or December, then the third wave will not start. Cardano cannot go up on its own. And, you know, you need patience right now. You don't have to look at the charts all day. I mean, that's my job. So all you need to do right now is just check out the updates and, you know, stop thinking about this so much, because at the end of the day, looking at charts all day is not going to change what happens to them. So yeah, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our memberships and our Patreon, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.